fixing an LED lamp, I know sometimes it's not worth the trouble, but if you have much time on hand, you can do something about it. What you need is a multimeter, soldering iron, and you need a socket for that E17 bulb. And you put it on the outlet. It's 220 here in Jordan. And what you do, mainly the lamp consists of the transformer, well, let's say that the kind of circuit that converts the 220 volts, AC volts, into a DC current, which must pass through all these pieces of LEDs. That current usually is around 100 milliamps. And the open voltage for that current source is around 320 volts, which is the peak voltage of the 220, 1.4 times 220 or 230. And first we have to check if that inverter is operational or not, and to make sure that the error is in one of these LEDs. So what you do is simply just measure that voltage. As you see here, DC minus DC plus. Usually they have to put some signs to tell you what to measure. Now I'm going to measure the voltage, see what we have in here. So we have 321 volts. Like I said, it's about the root square of 2 multiplied by the 225 or 230. You get something like that voltage. So that means the inverter is operational. What we have to look for now is the damaged LED in those, and to mark it. I did that previously and found which one. Okay, the damaged one. See, it's a 0 for this piece. It's also 0 for this piece. This is the damaged piece. Okay, so you see in here, it's 309 volts. So that means this piece is open. This LED is open. So what we do, we're going to short it. Okay, and hopefully still suck a little bit of life out of this light bulb. Okay, so I'm going to short it now with just a small piece of wire. See, small piece of wire here. That easily can pass more than 100 milliamps. Okay, and see what happens. Okay, now let's see what happened. We shorted that little piece in here, that little LED in there. See what happens now. For some reason, only 4 bits are on, the rest are off, and they are ultra bright. I think the rest are shorted or something, because they are all in series. So there is no other explanation except that they are shorted. Okay, let's go check on other damaged lamps, see what we can do about them. Here's a new one, and this one is acting weird actually, because half of it is lit just a little bit and the rest are off. The upper half is on, the lower half is off, and the voltage is somehow less than what it's supposed to. This is just about 111 volts. So I think the inverter in there might be damaged or something. And I found that one of these bits in here is taking about 75 volts. This one in here, 75 volts. And I can short it. with this long nose player. It is insulated, but you have to make sure to hold it in just one hand, not in two hands, for protection. Okay, see in here the lower half is on and the upper half is off. I'm going to solder this one and see what happens. Actually, I think the same thing is going to happen. The lower half will be fully lit and the upper half something will suffer from something. I don't know what it is. We'll give it a try. Okay, now let's see how this one performs. Better than the old one. Still not fully fixed. Some of these LED bits are not lit. So, but something is better than nothing. Well, probably it's not worth all this trouble. It only cost $1. So let's see something else. Okay, now this is the last one. I used to have tons of them, but I used to throw them in the garbage. Try to give it a try for these. This one is made by Philips. Okay, so it has a unique design. It has just a bridge rectifier in here, bridge rectifier, and some kind of simple components in there. Okay. So this one, I guess, it does all the work without caps, just a single bridge and a chip that controls the DC current passing through all of these. Now I tried to measure the AC in here for this bridge rectifier. Okay, almost have zero. Try to measure the DC. So almost nothing. So that means there is a disconnection in here, okay, between the socket and between the panel. I'm gonna unscrew these screws there and see what happens. You see, something is loose in there. I think this one can be fixed. Okay, anyway, I hope that was a little bit useful, and thanks for watching.